Good day, everyone. Today is the continuation of our seminar session. Before we start, I introduce myself first. I am Paul Lawrence Gonzaga, and I am your MC for today's session. For our first presenter, may I call Miss Giselle Serena.
Good afternoon, sir. My topic is all about work teams and groups. So, here is a content. What is a group? Clarification of group. 4 types of formal and informal groups. Why people form groups? Stage of group development. Roles within group. Advantage of group. Disadvantage of group. What is group? A group may be defined as 2 or more persons interacting and interdependent who have come together to achieve certain objectives. There are 2 types of groups, which is formal groups and informal groups. Formal groups is a designated work group defined by the organization structure. Informal groups is neither formal in structure or organizationally determined efforts and respond to the need of social contact. Then there are 4 types of formal and informal groups, which is command groups, task group, interest group, and friendship groups. Command groups is a group composed of the individuals who report directly to a given manager. There are example, which is an army officer and his subordinate soldier form a command group. Task group. A task group represent those working together to complete a job task. Here are example: a panel of employers to conduct an interview for the new post. Interest groups. Interest groups are organized groups of people who have come together, advocate for their own interests. They have definition of interest group, which is an interest group is a collective organization or association formed by individuals who share common interests, goals, or concern. These groups aim to influence public policies that directly or indirectly affect their members or the issue they advocate for. Interest groups often engage in activities such as lobbying, public advocacy, and mobilizing public support to advance their agenda. There are examples of interest group. They have 2, which is labor unions and home owner association. Labor unions, these are a group of workers who have organized and to promote workers' right and good working condition and fair wage. And the home owners association is a local homeowner groups will help them have a voice about future development near their homes, property tax, and service upgrades in a town. Friendship groups. Those brought together because they share one or more common characteristic. Example of friendship group. Group based on similar age or heritage, etc. Why people form groups? People form a group for a reason such as need satisfaction, proximity, attraction, goals, and economics. Stage of group development. There are 5 stages of group development, which is forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Forming is little agreement or under purpose, guidance, and direction. Ang storming kay conflict, increase, clarity of purpose, power of struggles, and caution. Norming, agreement and consensus, clear roles and responsibility, facilitation. Performing, clear vision and purpose, focus on goals achievement, delegation. Adjourning, task completion, good feeling about achievement, and recognition. They have roles within groups. These are specific roles that are deemed important in the group purpose. These are the following: 1 is knowledge contribution, 2 is process observed, 3 is people supporter. 4 is challenger. 5 is listener. 6 is mediator. 7 is gatekeeper. 8 is take change leader. Advantage of groups. There are types of advantage of groups, which is people in the group are more cooperative on the decision that were formulated with their assistance. And the opportunity of solving the safety application and STEAM needs groups member in made available, and group members get support from each other. Disadvantage of group. Group is activity is usually slower and more cumbersome because every member has the opportunity to make contribution. Group meetings are helped to disseminate strictly routine data that could be more efficiently conveyed in writing through inter-office memorandum. Accountability is often a program with group activity. And that's all. Thank you.
And next to present is Mr. Van Richie Aldiano.
Good morning, everyone. I am here to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of group. Objectives. The objective of this lesson is to know what is the advantages and disadvantages in group involvement in organization, strategies for maximizing benefits and minimizing drawbacks. First, let me ask you a question. What is one of the benefits of group involvement in organization? The one benefit or more benefits in organization is to enhance collaboration and communication. If you have the good collaboration and communication in a group, you can complete your task faster. In group setting, each student can take on a specific aspect of project such as data collection, gathering information, creative skills, such that each of the member can contribute to their group. So, ano na. Then, the next one is increased innovation and creativity. In group, you have the opportunity to learn new skills. For instance, if one of your member is good at gathering or research skills, can teach everyone by gathering information, by teaching them how to use Google or how to use AI. The last one is the improved decision making. Efficient knowledge sharing. Student and group exchange information, share their individual opinion. Now that we are done in the advantages of group, let's proceed to the disadvantages of group. One of the disadvantages of group is the potential conflict and disagreement. The disagreement can be time consuming because some of our group has different opinion. Some of them has a biased opinion or unequal contribution of group. Some students may contribute more effort or time to the project than others. Also, the difficulties in coordinating or consensus of building. These disadvantages can be more caused of a lack of leadership, leading to confusion without a designated leader or clear direction of a group, may lack of organization or purpose. What is one of the key advantages of group involvement in organization? As I said before, if we find is the one of key advantages is the collaboration or the communication. Why? Because like the other group, like Miss Giselle report, he said communication is the key in a group. Why? Because if you have communication, you can increase your innovation or creativity, faster decision making, or to motivate through shared goals. The strategies for maximizing benefits and minimizing drawbacks. By establishing clear goals and roles, promoting a culture of respect or inclusivity, implementing effective communication, also providing training and support for group dynamics. Why we work in groups? We work in groups is an effective and powerful and highly relevant to work type of workplace. Here are a few points highlight and advantages of group learning. Effective learning skill, generic skill advancement, also development of social networks. Here are some situations where we might work in groups. Brainstorming session. Design teams. If you have the good design teams, you can collaborate more or create any sort of product or service. If you want your design product to succeed, you might find yourself collaborating with other designers. Problem solving teams, in-person event, long-term projects. In-person event is important. Why? If you're running an event or planning on attending one, working with others in person helps significantly as you can't be everywhere at once. Tips for improve in group. Ask question. Be willing to share your expertise. Don't criticize other people's work. Also, be open to a suggestion. Note, working together can prove to be advantageous to the project as well as the company, and always ask questions for help when it comes to learning how to work with the group. In conclusion, think both sides. Know that group has good and not so good parts. Understood both sides to make your teamwork better. Work together, talk together. Speak up, listen, and help others. Teamwork is stronger when everyone communicates well. Learn from challenges. Problems are chance to get better. Be open to feedback and make your teamwork even stronger. In teamwork, find the good parts and fix the challenges. Keep learning and work together for a great team. Thanks for joining. Just keep making teamwork awesome step by step.
And the third person or presenter for this seminar session is Mr. Ginard Otida.
Performance management reward kinis din lang ako basahon is ako na lang i-explain. Kini day siya performance management reward kay usa ka process related sa employee which is evaluate sa iyang performance kung maayo ba sila, nakakuha ba sila sa imong gitrabaho, kung mayong hilagi pakita nga performance, usa sila matagaan og reward. And mo din ang performance management. Next is benefits of performance reward management and reward system. Number one kay din ako sad na ko basahon kay kinahanglan pod nila i-motivate ang employee nga makikistorya sa empleyado ba kung okay ra ba sila sa ilang trabaho, kung unsay naay nahitabo sa mga tasks nga gihatag nila is number 2 para ma-improve pa ang productive sa performance sa imo empleyado. Kinahanglan tagaan nimo sila og new tasks or reward nan maayo sila i-performance, mas maging productive siya, imuha siya i-promote og lain posisyon. Number 3 is loyal ba imuhang mga employee diha sa imuha company. Kinahanglan imuha sila i-value like tagaan tagani mo sila og reward, bonuses, promote, high salary increase. Kay kini mga butanga is maka-motivate nga mga imo empleyado to stay longer sa imuhang company and motivate mo na siya. Number 3. Four is isig usa sa imuhang mga empleyado is kanya-kanyang na tax nga isig kausan nila kay kinahanglan align siya kung unsa may goal sa inyong organisasyon is mara key components of an effective performance management and reward. Number 1, kinahanglan limpyo ang imuhang paghatag sa tax sa imuhang mga empleyado o unsay goals nimo nga imuha gi expert nga mahitabo sa imuhang company para mas taason nila ilahang performance aron ma-achieve. Number 2 is need pud siya sa usa ka organisasyon ang mag-conduct og mga meeting para ma-ask nimo ang imuhang mga empleyado kung kumusta ilang mga assign work and makahatag ka og feedback kung unsay nahitabo o problema sa and concern and mo na siya. Number 3 is sa pag-evaluate sa performance sa usa ka empleyado kinahanglan patas unsa may makita sa manager sa ilang performance dapat mao jud ra ilaha evaluate base sa ila kung unsa ilahang nakita. Number 4 is ang organisasyon kinahanglan maghimo og mga program alang sa mga empleyado matagaan og reward base sa ilahang ma-feel nila nga worth it ang ilang gibuhat nga maayo nga performance nila. Next step to implement performance management and reward system. Number 1, ang usa ka organisasyon dapat magpakita kung unsa inyong goals o objective ganahan na ma-achieve. Select clear performance standard and metrics. Select the right criteria and metrics for measure performance like the defect rate for software evaluation or yearly revenue for sales personnel. Next, best practice for performance management and reward system. Kini, number 1, kung sa palitan sa kung unsa to inyo plano sa organisasyon para ma-achieve ang inyong goals, dapat imuha apilon ang imuha mga empleyado kung kinahanglan ninyo sila i-appeal or involve kung unsay inyong mga plano. Number 2, dapat ang usa ka organisasyon mag-conduct og mga training, seminar and maghatag og bag-o opportunity para mas ma-enhance ang ilang skill experience. Number 3, tanan empleyado kinahanglan sila maging flexible sa mga bagong nga task or work ipanghatag kanila. Number 4 is pagkilo sa inyong mga company grow or scale software kung ang pag-implement sa reward performance management naka-effect na sa grow inyong company. Next, challenging and solution implementing performance management, resistant to change and lack of employees buy-in. Your staff member may already be feeling anxious and overwhelmed. They may view performance management and additional objection to add to their to-do list. This expression worsen if the organization has not clearly conveyed the system. Number 2, inconsistent or biased evaluation. Employees may feel the process is biased and that evaluate are being rewarded unjustly. The rating may be influenced the poor is one. Managers are really makahatag og reward sa mga empleyado kung walay suporta sa tagiya sa company.
Next presenter is Mr. Demsen Novella.
So good morning everyone, to my classmates and especially Sir Jukab. So today my seminar is about developing effective teams. So this one. So my objective is differentiate between groups and teams, successful and effective teams. Then second one, identify key characteristics and benefits of successful teams. And the third one is understand strategies for building effective teams. Now, group versus team. So the word team and the word group are generally used interchangeable. Yet there is a distinct difference between of these two. So a group is a number of individuals working together, while team is a group of individuals working towards common goals. So a team can normally outperform a group. So anyone understood? Okay, good. So the following papers outline some characteristics and benefits of high performance teams and strategies for building teams. So, second one is successful and effective teams. So, saan man nato pag-success sa atong workplace, sa atong teams. So, this one, an effective team can maximize the organization human resources. So, a team can be effective if there is trust and mutual accountability between the members. Team members help each other, and each member will lead other member and various ones through other relationships. So, sa daw, so ang team members kay dili sila from the word team. So, makakutang talaga ang teamwork. Diha ang so ang sana itong pagtabang-tabang sa usa ka grupo o usa ka team sa inyong community para ma-achieve ang inyong goals. So, successful and failures are equally filled by all members, not just an individual. So, naajutay sa atong work, naajutay success, ug naabot failures. Sa ato sang team, naabot mga members nga mga knowledgeable, naasa rin mga kanang kung sila ba, parang daghan sila knowledge ani nga part sila ang trabaho. So all teams or members should be knowledgeable regarding the structures, mandate, and strategic directions of the organizations. So next one, rules of engagement and expectation. So these are the mutual agreed upon by all members of the team. Then they all share a common goals and together they set a concentrate milestone for self-assessment and performance. Next, so successful teams begins with a focus on result. So successful teams can begin and focus on the result. So having talented people in a team build can strong foundation. So this model is dedicated in figure 1 below. So as you can see, successful team from the result, talent, community, and skills together with that, ang result o ang successful team. If given opportunity, effective teams should be build strategically. So, ngunit, ako ang figure 1. The members should not only be competent, but also have a strong character and a unique skill set that complement others in the team. And also, the third C is there should be the chemistry between team members, with each members being consumed fit by the team, according to Myler from 2001. So, these are the 3S, fit effective teams. First, the character. Second, the competency. And the third one is the chemistry. According to Jack Welch, before you are leaders, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others. Then, effective team building through principles of leadership. So first, strong leader. Sa ato ang kapanayin mga higala, a strong leader is need to naadyo na sa tungkol. Kung man sila. So, okay. Strong leaders provide leadership while setting high standard of excellence. They are influential in securing an adequate resource, both internal and external. Mga also named strong leaders, katanong mga managers, CEO, o mga high managers. Next, clear and sustainability. Now, clear and sustainability targets are set in collaboration with the team. The purpose of the project and value above added by team's work is sa mga pinaka-importante is the communication. So communication is effective in order to get buy-in. Now, there are 3 effective teams building true strength and base leadership are: first, the unique skill; second, strengths; and the third one is the talent. Now, the team needs these 3 principles. These are need. The team needs to be well-rounded with each other, bringing unique skills, strengths, and talents. So, importante doon na sila mga higala para sa ato ang pag-building ang team is naata unique skills, strengths, and talent. So, kay ba mga higala na we have an individual personality. So, all individuals have a distinct personalities and areas of strength where they demonstrate a leadership. Now, it is beneficially productive to focus on people's strengths rather than try to improve their weaknesses. Ngayon ba nung mga higala na ilang ilog daw naadyo na sa kabahuan? If you are a good leader, you should motivate them. Dili nato na sila ako sila ito dagi batik dili makuha ang ilang pagkuhan. So ato na sila encourage to build and to develop para sa sunod okay. Now, anita. So, ideal characteristic of trust and effective team. Now, first is basa.
The working environment is safe and comfortable.
Now, second, the working environment is safe and comfortability. Second is
Members are respectful of others.
so members are respectful of others. Now, third one is
Creativity and risk-taking are encouraged.
creative and risk-taking are encouraged. So these are the 3 ideal characteristics and trust effective teams. So, wala tayong mga pangutana? Building effective teams. So, mo itong mga regala na kung sutingin na. help build an effective team. So anyone nakabay ng pangutana? Kung wala, ako'y mangutana. Sige. Akong question is, in the effective teams, why is it important that there is a building and conflict? Okay, Mr.
So it is important for all members in teams to make an informed decision. Every member should have an opportunity to voice their opinion in order to
Okay.
value.
Sakto. So, wala na may mga pangutana? O dili na natapos ang mga seminar? And that's all. Thank you.
And last but not the least, Miss Milky Dagatan.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I am your speaker. The topic is about turning individual into team players, potential team problems. Turning individuals into team players and mitigating potential team problems is a multi-stage process that requires strong leadership, clear communication, and supportive environment. So there are 6 strategies of turning individuals into team players. First is common goals. Establish a shared vision or common goals can help individuals see the value in working together. Example, in a software, development team, the common goal could be to deliver a high quality product within a specific timeline. This shared vision encourages collaborations and unity among team members to achieve these goals. Role clarity. Clearly defining each person's role within the team can prevent misunderstanding and conflict. The example of role clarity is in a marketing team. Each team member's role could be clearly defined, such as one person responsible for social media management, another for content creation, and another for analytics. This prevents misunderstanding and conflicts regarding responsibilities. Team building activities. This can be an effective way to improve communication, build trust, and foster a sense of camaraderie among team members. Like for example, in the team could participate in a team building activity like a trust building exercise or a group problem solving task. This helps improve communication, build trust, and foster a sense of camaraderie among a team member. Open communication. It encourages open and honest communication within the team. Example, the team could establish regular team meetings where everyone is encouraged to share their thoughts, concerns, and ideas openly. This creates an environment where issues can be addressed in a timely manner, preventing them from escalating. Conflict resolution. Conflicts are inevitable in any team. Having a clear process for a conflict resolution can help to resolve issues quickly and effectively, preventing them from disrupting the team's progress. Example of recognition and reward. The team could establish a recognition program where team members are acknowledged and rewarded for their contributions and teamwork. This boosts morale and motivates further collaboration. And the potential team problems can include communication breakdown, conflicts or power struggles, lack of trust and lack of role clarity. So there are 4 potential team problems. First is the poor communication, lack of clarity, lack of trust, and conflict and tension. communication, team members who have not mastered the art of communication might struggle to work collaboratively in a group. Example: to improve communication, the team could implement regular status update meetings, encourage active listening, and provide training on effective communication techniques. Lack of clarity. This can be in terms of roles, objectives, or expectation. When team members aren't clear on what's expected of them or what the team's goals are, it can lead to confusion, misalignment, and inefficiencies. Example ani kay kanang to address this issue, the team could establish clear objectives and expectations for each team member, provide detailed job description, and conduct regular check-ins and to ensure alignment. Lack of trust. Trust is crucial to teamwork. It starts with team members knowing each other. Example: to build trust, the team could organize team-building activities, promote open and honest communication, and encourage team members to get to know each other on a personal level. And lastly is the conflict and tension. Conflict is one of the biggest challenges facing any team. It can arise from personal differences, competition, or disagreements over ideas and strategies. If not managed well, it can disrupt team harmony and productivity. Just like, for example, to manage conflicts, the team could establish a conflict resolution process, encourage respectful communication, and provide training on conflict management and negotiation skills. By these examples illustrate how implementing these strategies can help turn individuals into team players and address potential team problems. Remember, each team is unique, so it's important to tailor these strategies to the specific needs and dynamics of your team. Thank you.
And that's the end for our seminar session for today. Once again, I am Paul Lawrence Gonzaga, your MC for today's session. Thank you and God bless. Goodbye.